Welcome back to Dad's Garage. Today we're going to start the unboxing of some of the parts that we've got here for the C6. And special thanks go out to Extreme Online Store. We've installed several of the products before, have been very pleased with the quality. So let's get to unboxing this and see what we think about these products. All right, so what we're doing first is we're going to do this front splitter. So the factory one I like. A lot of people say they don't like it. It's, you know, nothing fancy or anything, but I kind of like it. The car sits so low to begin with. One of my biggest concerns is dragging the nose, which this splitter already does. The splitter we're going to put on it, I believe, is actually going to make the car a little bit lower to the ground. So wish us luck on that one. But anyway, this is what it looks like. We're going to get some befores and afters also, just so we can kind of see, you know, if we really like it. I've never been one on the C6 to add a bunch of extra aero to it. C7, of course, it just looks so good. But C6, I've never been a big fan. I like it kind of the way it comes from the factory. But let's add this stuff, take a look at it, see what we think. And we're going to do the full install with you to show you how easy this is to do yourself. All right, so here in the box, not only do we have the splitter that looks to be really nicely packaged, but we have some hardware. What all we got there?
The screws.
Oh, a bunch of screws, okay.
And that's all.
And then a couple of instruction pages.
No one needs those.
What did you say?
No one needs instructions.
It looks to have really nice quality paint job on it. It's pretty lightweight.
Under or what?
But the paint looks really good on it. All right, now let's get to taking this old one off. All right, so this is going to take a 7mm. And if you jack the car up, you could get under here easier, probably use an impact or whatever, but I want to try to do this without jacking the car up. These are all easily coming off by hand. So if these holes line up, like I am told by other people that have done these, if they line up good, we won't need to drill anything, just use all the original holes, which would be fantastic. All right, so there you go. We got this one out. And now it's time to clean this up, and then we're going to put the new one on there and see what we think about it. Okay, so while Josh was finishing cleaning this up, I want to tell you about this splitter. So they're recommending that they're saying that you can also use some two-sided 3M tape on here also to give you extra. But we're going to go ahead and put ours up under here first with just screws. And we're going to make sure we like it before we go to the point of putting the double-sided tape on there, because once you get that on there, this thing's going to be really hard to get off. All right, so what we've just discovered is it looks like some of these, probably the splitter's been replaced several times before. And what has happened is the little metal clip that the screw screws into doesn't have a place to catch on the car anymore. So what they've done is they put a piece of metal up inside the bumper here that the clip is attached to, so that just kind of floats around up in the bumper there. So it gives that support. So there's a couple of them like that. So if you have had this circumstance on yours, it is going to make this a little more difficult of an install, but you just have to get some good lighting, see up in there so your screw can hit the hole. And once you do that, you're golden. Fortunately, we only have 2 of them. It's these 2 right here. Apparently they've been pulled out at some point. Probably somebody hit the splitter and yanked it off of the car is probably what happened. Okay, so now that we got that in place, now we can start working our way around on with the screws.
All right, let's just tighten it.
No, you don't. We got to get them all started first because we're going to have to align it at the end.
Mine's in all the way.
Okay.
Now what? Can I screw this in now?
Not yet. Okay, so now we've got all these screws back in. There are 2 that you cannot use on each side because they're right where this air duct goes. There's 2 places that there used to be a screw on the factory one. Now there is an additional bolt hole on each side right here that EOS has added. So we are going to have to put one new hole in each side of the bumper. But we're going to do that last. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and get this all lined up and start tightening things down. Whoa, stop.
Oh, it got tightened.
Yeah, I heard it.
Now what? Oh. Now, are we moving down?
Move down to right here.
Oh yeah, I see it.
That's lined up too. So you just want to make sure everything's flush right through here. All these, you want to make sure it's flush.
Okay, is that good?
Let me feel it. Whoa, that's good. Definitely good. Okay.
Oh, took out the thing.
Oh, there's one here too. So actually this is not worse. Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
Good?
Yep. Well, it's good.
Alright, can you go to the next one?
Yep.
Good?
A little more. Well, that's good. Okay. Let's move to that side. Go. There you go.
Good?
Yep.
Next. Cleanse. That looks pretty good.
All right, so there it is, basically completed. I haven't added those extra 4 screw holes yet, but I think it looks better than I expected it to look. The one thing I am concerned, or a couple of things I'm concerned about, is it has so far really attracted a lot of dust and grass and things to it. Very staticky. So I am concerned about that piece of it a little bit, but another thing I'm worried about just a little bit is that it's gloss. I am afraid with it being glossy, it's going to show scratches and damage, road damage, things like that very, very easily. So those are a couple of things I am concerned about with it. But other than that, I think it looks really good. Like I say, I think I actually like it quite a bit more than I expected I was going to. So I am going to go ahead and keep it on here. Going to go ahead and put those other 4 screws in there because you can see kind of a gap right there and right there, right where they really need screws, where you can't put them. So I'm going to go ahead and make those holes, put those screws in there, and roll with this one for a while. The big question I have, again, is how much scraping am I going to get between these two? Because this one already hits the ground all the time. And now I've just added what looks to be about another 1/2 inch. We're gonna get those other screws in there, but that's basically a wrap. It's a pretty easy job. So we think we like the way it turned out, or at least I do. What's your thoughts? I mean, honestly.
I think it looks good.
Really? You think it looks a lot better than
It looks
the original?
better than that.
Okay. Well, Josh was right there with most people, where he thinks it looks a lot better than the original one. I think I like both, but so I'm kind of impartial on it. I kind of like the flat color of the original one. It's not going to show as much, damage and dirt and things like that. But I'm going to go ahead and run this one on here for a while and, just kind of see where we go with it, see how it lasts, see how that paint holds up, see how it holds up to, rock damage, things like that. And just kind of roll with it from there and see what happens. So this is the very first one on this car of our Extreme Online Store project. Appreciate them for the support that they give us. And next project is coming very soon on this car from Extreme Online Store. We will catch you next time right here
On Dad's Garage.